We are heading back to Ohio with the camper.
Yep, hooked up.
We do not leave it here in Florida in the summer because of hurricane season.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know Ohio has tornadoes, but hurricane season, we take it home every summer. We usually go on vacation, but this year everything's a mess. So we're going to get into that in this video and explain why we haven't put out a video the last month. And hopefully things are going to get better.
Yeah.
So we are at least going to have both my parents in the same state. So more of that to come in a little bit. It's a truck.
Not much left though.
Nope, nothing left. Well, we stayed overnight at Crackle Barrel in Columbia, South Carolina. The weather was really bad last night, and if we would have went any further north, we would have ran into hail, high winds, and possible tornadoes. So we decided to stay here. Nice parking lot. Great night. We made it home from Ohio, from Florida, and the trip went pretty good.
Yeah, great.
And we did stop. We stopped at a Crackle Barrel on the way home, and then we made it home, and it's been raining nasty ever since. Good old Ohio has had a lot of water. Florida, on the other hand, has not. Of course, hurricane season's coming, so that will change. But this is not the video we had planned on making. We haven't put videos out for the last couple months, the last 2 months, and that was not the schedule. But this winter has been a doozy. Things did not go as planned at all, have they?
No.
So it started in December. I know that I mentioned when we did the Disney trip that I ended up with the flu, and I gave it to Jim. And then later on, my dad got sick, and he gave it to everybody at Christmas. And then after that, my dad had some medical issues, and my mom, and they kind of did a tag team on us, where one was in the hospital, and then the other one would come home.
Right. And
the other one had an emergency. So I am very fortunate that both of my parents are still alive. They're in their mid-80s, and it's fantastic that they are alive. And up until right now, they've been able to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
We just like being near them in case they have an emergency. So, but this winter, some of things did change, and my dad was in and out of the hospital, and he went to a rehab. And from the rehab, we flew him to Ohio. Jim and I actually had to go to Ohio to take him home. And he got the care at the Cleveland Clinic that he needed. And he is now in rehab. And hopefully in the next month or two, he'll be able to come home. And Mom's doing much better. We're able this winter to go to John Penny Camp before Christmas. And you've seen that video already. And hopefully you enjoyed that. And we would like to go back there again in the future. And we also were able to go to Jonathan Dickinson State Park, and that will be our next video. And then we also went to Sebastian Inlet. But both those trips, we were actually called home due to emergencies with my parents. Right. And they were cut short. So we had planned on doing a bunch of traveling around Florida and Alabama, Mississippi. But due to their health, we weren't able to. So that is why you haven't seen a video, and we just needed family time to take care and get everybody situated. They are both now back in Ohio. That's why we're in Ohio. However, we will be going to Maine, and we plan on going to the Buffalo area, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, and we will be doing some videos on that. This is an update to our update, and just to let you know, we did make it to Maine.
Barstow.
Yep. We went to Arcadia National Park, and we stopped in Buffalo, we stopped in Vermont and New Hampshire, and stopped at some sites along the way. And we've had a pretty good summer. My parents are both at home doing really good. They're both healing. And we thought we would show you a little bit of stuff that we've done this summer. So we haven't just camped. Our family owns a campground. Jim and I are one of the owners. And Jim and I haven't been able to work on the campground the last couple of years. Of course, there's always maintenance if you own a campground, but we had some major maintenance, and we thought maybe you'd just like to see a little bit of what it's like to own a campground and some of the maintenance we have to do. So we'll put that in this video and let you know that we are actually on our way home from Niagara Falls. So there are some really good videos coming out, so please keep watching us, and we hope that this video did help explain why we haven't put out a video in the last several months, but things are looking up.
Yes.
Thank you. Here was our first project of the year. We replaced our old fish cleaning center, put a new roof on it, new frame, and built a whole new table. It's got Corian countertop, Corian sink, new spigot. That worked out really well. Here's a few pictures of us building the fish cleaning area that I thought I would add to the video. I did not take any video of us doing it because we were just too busy. Another thing we still have to do that we haven't had time yet to do, and that'll probably be our next thing, well, we have to paint a door too, is we have gutter guard for the front of the boat garage. Those are the owner's stalls. Jim and I own 1 and 2. We own 2 stalls, and that's for our boats and stuff to go into, that we can store them. So we have gutter guard for the front to put on, and we have the back doors on the pavilion, the side people doors on the back need replaced. We have new doors for those. However, we may not get those on this year. They're already bought their steel doors with vinyl clad frames so that we don't have to paint them in the future, and they will last longer. And we need to paint the garage down there. There's a garage that we work in. The side door, the people door, I believe is what you call it, it needs painted. Well, it needs sanded and painted before this winter. You might be wondering what this little thing here is. This is a pit that we have big racks that we put chicken on, whole half chickens, and we barbecue them in the summer. We haven't got to do it the last couple summers because we've just been too busy. But yeah, just a little bit more what it's like to own a campground. The next project we did was Jim and I cleaned out the 2 ponds, the round pond, and then we have the top pond. This pond was just recently dug out a few years ago, but grass does grow along the side, and if we don't get to it first thing in the spring, and obviously this spring we were busy, then it kind of grows into the pond. You got to keep that out. So we raked it out, and then I eventually got in and removed the cattails at this end here. But you can see here us raking it out. Now we need to clean this top pond because it's been a few years since we've really cleaned this one up. Then our next thing was to go to the top pond, where we hired somebody to remove a couple of the trees. Then Jim and I and another owner and a friend that helps us with the campground removed a few more trees. We only left a couple of the trees and a bunch of the briar bushes because it was nasty.
This is some of the unglamorous parts of owning the campground. We're doing cattail control. We had cattails clear over to that green spot, as you can see in the water. And these are just too far out, we couldn't reach them. So somebody had to go in and start knocking them down from inside the pond. And she decided to pull some of them, so.
We already did the round pond.
We already did the round pond over there.
Put up all new fencing.
Put up all this fencing here this year. We're gonna re-fence this area.
Like just regular fence.
Yeah, just regular fence. Not the white stuff. Anyway, pond maintenance at a campground.
Fun.
And of course,
when I sink in, it's full of catfish.
it stinks.
There's some really big catfish in here too.
There's a big catfish in here, but they shouldn't bother.
They haven't bothered me yet. I got hit by one in the other one. I startled it. Today we're removing all the old fence posts. So we can put new ones in, because a lot of them are rotted. There's a few. Right now we're just putting poles back in the hole so that we don't collapse it. And then we're also adding really large gravel. It's about 3-inch gravel. Limestone, I guess it's not really gravel. To help not wash out the bank. However, it's really hard because it wants to roll into the pond. So, combination of stuff going on. Jim couldn't handle the sweat being in his eyes. Pretty good thing to have him. We'll just have these yanked out. All these holes. All the way around. Those we just stuck temporary poles in. Over there. So we don't collapse the hole, we can use the same hole. Kubota, we have a Kubota too. So this is the Coyote, so we have a Coyote which is much larger than our Kubota. Our Kubota is really too small. But we use this puppy to put in trailers on the lots, because ours is permanent campground. Camping, not temporary. So they camp here all summer long. If I can find a picture, I'll stick a picture of what it looked like before, but that's what we're doing to stop the erosion by the road. Now we're getting the post set.
All right.
Not only is the pond nice and clean now, we have the fence, the metal fence, going all the way around. We got our stone in. Jim is sewing up the top of the new pools that we cut to length. But we got the big, that's limestone, right?
Yeah.
It's like 3-inch limestone though, isn't it?
Yeah, large. I don't know.
It's called large. It's more than 3 inches. Anyways.
It's big. It's nice.
It's nice, big.
It stays put.
And it should stop the erosion. So, she looks nice. Big accomplishment. Both ponds now look really good. So we have done a lot of stuff this summer. Today is the big fishing tournament that Dogwood puts on at Crazy 8 Campground, which is our campground.
Yeah, sorry.
And the kids love it. It's just for the kids, the big fishing tournament.
Okay, I just came.
Got the worms over here. This is the Campers for Kids fishing tournament we have here at the Crazy 8 Campground. We're working on the fence over here. That's why we got it corned off. we had some 90 kids so sign up, so we had to separate them by age group.
They have nuts too, I'm pretty sure. Candy, candy. What's happening, buddy? Which one do you want? Tell me the color.
Fritos.
Tell me where's you down
Look at the first fish.
What, sweetie?
Let Papa help you get one.
Hang on, hang on. There you go. Just straighten it out a little bit so you can read it.
Let me see it.
Ready?
Ready? Wait till it goes all the way under and then you end it, okay?
Wyatt Anderson? 70s.
Who's nibbling?
Yep, it's nibbling.
Hey, Raylan, turn around front so I can see your shirt. Thank you.
Pretty close. We need a close one.
Okay, I need a close one.
Leave it there. Just leave it there. Don't reel it in.
Show off your shirt.
Thank you.
Yes, they did. Those colors we put in.
You got it, bro. Yeah, you got one. You got it, Dino?
I'm getting there. Here you go. Oh, listen to that drag. Don't let it pull you in, White. Hey, rock it, Bubba. There you go.
Nice and smooth. Keep that rod up.
Good. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
There you go.